everybody. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm a little worried, Janet. Something's in the house or someone is in the house. I hope you mean someone's in the... Well, I don't even know if that's... I hope everything's okay. Good to see you. Oh, doing some things in the house. Okay, that's better. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I think I got everything set up. Hello, Frozen. Good to see you. Oop, there goes Serbs. Okay, who do we have tonight? Rosie, you were Rosie on the spot. Good to see you. And Maribel, good to see you. And our friend Jeannie T is here, all about yarn, knit, and crochet. I am so glad you stopped by. Have not seen you in a very long time, and it's really good that you're here. Joan, Diamond Girl, I hope you're feeling good, friend. I know that it's rough. You're one of my fellow pain warriors, and I hope you're doing good. I know you've been pumping out some absolutely gorgeous doilies, making me so jealous for doilies. And that does not happen every day. Sharon Creates, I'm so glad to see you coming back in and interacting with us over here. It's really good to see you. I'm so glad. And I know how happy you are about the news on Dylan Rounds, which we will talk about here in just a minute. I know how happy you are about that. Adele, I know that you're struggling, and I am so happy that you'll be listening. Just know that I'm thinking about you, okay? I'm sending hugs to you. Suzanne is hooked. Good to see you. How are you tonight? What are y'all working on tonight? Everybody saying hi. She's using them emojis. Woo, woo. Annie is here. She has had some very rough days with storms, and I'm glad you're here, Annie. And I know our friend Kathy had some coming in. I hope that she's all right. And any of you that are having stormy weather, I hope y'all are doing okay. Okay. Bree came in. How are you doing tonight, Bree? I did send you something. Sent your package out to you. Forgive me, I did not put a card in there, just so you know. And Naomi, if you're listening, you didn't get a card either. It was just one of those I couldn't quite get to it card weeks. Janet is here. Who else is here? Good evening, Frozen. So good to see you, everybody. I was not sure how the notification would go out, because sometimes when I put up a video on the same day that I do a live, I don't always see notifications go out. Lefty, how are you tonight? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Mary Webb is here. Whoop, whoop. Everybody's coming in. Yeah, good to see you, Mary. Lorna's here. Good evening, or it's pretty late at night maybe where you are, Lorna, I think, right? What am I talking about? I don't know. I think it's late at night. Hey, Laura made it. Yay. Good to see you. Laura, did you read the book? That was so fun hearing you talk about the book and stuff on the podcast. I just was like, oh, 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 uh-huh. That was just so cool. Thank you so much for mentioning it. I really appreciate it. I hope you got your homework done. Who else is here tonight? And if y'all don't know, yes, Knit for Brains is Laura Brady, and Knit for Brains is their channel. They do a podcast, her and Karen Miller. Man, you were killing me on that one. I was spitting my coffee out. It was wild. Oh my goodness. And you just ripped out some more lace work. So you didn't get very far. Or did you get far and then this may be a lot of stitches. Goodness. I hope it gets better. It's all I can say. Hi, Sally. Good to see you tonight. And for those of you that were checking on me the other day, I did this weird thing where I was setting the StreamYard up from my phone. Serbs is on the bone. And it did not go, it showed on my screen on my phone that something went wrong. I was like, oh. So I went out, went back in, and I did it again. So I did this a total of 3 times. Well, unbeknownst to me, StreamYard actually posted those 3 streams to my YouTube channel. When I looked from my phone on my YouTube channel, I did not see the streams. They weren't there. And I didn't even think about looking from my computer. I mean, how do people do that? Because I know there's so many people out there that only have a phone. They don't do anything from a computer. So it was quite the mess up. But I appreciate those of you that checked on me, like Joan and Annie, and a bunch of you did. And I really appreciate that. Rosie went for a walk outside with your walker. Oh, that's good. Oh, another pain warrior. I'm sorry, Lefty. I'm sorry. Oh, she did do her homework. Ooh. Yes, chapters chain 6 through 12. You just over and over again, Bree? Yeah, just chain over and over 6 through 12. 6 to 12, 6 and 12. Yeah, over and over. Yep, you're all set. She's getting her workout in on the treadmill. Hey, you're off work. That is awesome. I'm so glad you can be here, Joyce. That's awesome. Kathy G is here. I'm getting close to the bottom. Getting there. Oh, good to see you, Kathy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Joyce. I'm on the big screen. Oh, boy. You know, I watch everything on my TV too, y'all. Just so y'all know. Oh, Adele, you have been a member for a month. I am so tickled. And y'all, Yarn Motivated Joyce just gifted 5 memberships. Joyce, all right, we got to play the stuff. Here we go. Oh my gosh, Adele. Adele did it too. Oh, you guys are so sweet. That is so, so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to play it again. Y'all, thank you so much. Don't go and make me cry tonight. I thank you. That is just so sweet of y'all. Oh, thank you. I'm going to have to get caught up on all of the people who are members. I'm going to have to get caught up on that. But I thank all of you very much. Joyce and Adele, thank you. Oh, making us dance. I know it. Hey, Denny Benini, good to see you. I'm not sure who all got them. Oh, but you're on your iPad. Okay, cool. It's not showing who got them yet? Okay. It will. It will. Yes, but thank you so, so much. Okay, so I know Laura read the book. Did all of you read the book? I'm going to have to turn my air on. Y'all know how it is in here when I get all the lights on. It gets stuffy in the she shed. So I got to turn my air on. I had it on earlier today. There's Kathy. Oh my goodness, Kathy, how are you doing? I was worried about your weather too. Oh, so they're coming through. Okay, good. Good deal. You're listening on Audible? Yep, that's what I'm doing too. Hello, Donna. Doing good. I hope you're doing good. I know. So I am trying to take. Yes. Are all of them here? Because that did not come through on my side. She's saying it was Mimi. Mimi loves to crochet. Ivy from IvyBCreates. K Crochet, Debbie G, and Bobby. Which Bobby? I'm not sure which Bobby that is. Oh, Art Junkie got one. Oh, that's cool. If y'all haven't met Shannon, she is a sweetheart too. Divergent, Georgia. Oh. So you were out raking. Oh. Chaos Bee. I don't know that one. Georgia, DC. Oh, how wonderful. Because we are going to be doing a members Bobby Wyatt. I was thinking it was Bobby Wyatt. That's cool. Well, and welcome to all of you. And while I'm doing that, I am going to play the, because I know some of you are lurking and I'm so happy to see you too. So I'm going to play our lurkers video also. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm almost done with my washcloth. The washcloth I'm working on this time. Hey, there's Lillian. Good to see you. I know, isn't he the cute? Are they the cutest? I wanted sloths. I may still do sloths, but that one turned out so cute that I was like, oh, it's no big deal. It's good. I like it. So let me show y'all how it's turning out. I don't know why my nose is running tonight. I'm finishing it up down here, and I think I'm going to do one more row of the half double crochets, and then I'm going to do the single crochet around, and then we will start the next one, and the next one will be double crochets because we did a single. This one's a half double, and our next one will be double crochets. And again, we will go to 7 inches and then do a single crochet around it. That's the patterns. It is zigzaggy. I don't know why it does that with different patterns, but it is kind of zigzaggy, isn't it? Hello, Lori. Good to see you. She's working on a baby blanket, drinking ice water. Cool. Oh, I did not say what I have going on. I do have my coffee. I'm in my California cup tonight. But guess what, y'all? I figured out how to link my Teespring. You know, if you log in properly, it helps. All I can say is when you get a new phone, it just throws everything off. I had to log into this, and then I had to log into that, and then I had issues with my editing software for that video I put up today. It's a thing. It's a whole thing with technology, and sometimes me and technology butt heads like I don't know what. And then in here I have root beer. Treating myself to a root beer tonight. It's the whole having to do the boot all week thing. Like I'm treating myself to a, yeah. I just have to. I know, and it's a thing. It's just everything. You got to sign into this. You got to sign into that. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I am so blessed. But it's work. it's work having to do all that stuff again. Okay, now I want to get to some updates. Let me get my notes. We're going. Oh, no, that's not the ones I want yet. We're going to do this first. Okay, first we're going to start with the crumblies. Okay, the crumblies were both sentenced to 10 to 15 years. This one is I mean, I felt like it was a no-brainer. They had a responsibility to keep the guns safe, and they did not. So they got 10 to 15 years each. Was anyone able to watch the sentencing and to see James Crumbley and his outburst of, you don't have all the information, you're not being told everything? Anybody see that one? Oh, that would be so cool, Laura. That would be so cool. I would love that. That would be fun. Laura has the best t-shirts. I'm just saying. Most of them are like, so why are you still talking? I love that one. You didn't see any of that, Joan? Yep, they had their sentencing, and they did the sentencing together. They did hers and then his, and they sat at the table together with their lawyers, and they did it all right there together. And they both got 10 to 15 years. And the judge said that she was going above and beyond the recommendation and giving them the most that she could give them. That was the most that she could give them. Oh, yes, I know it. Almost done with Lost Girl. Still haven't finished The Killing Kind. Oh, I'm sorry, Lori. The Killing Kind was our last book, in case y'all don't remember it, but I'm sorry. Yeah. Again with the no remorse. It's a theme with her, isn't it? Okay, the Crumblies are Jennifer and, oh, I just said his name and now I'm forgetting. Hello, Roseann. Good to see you. Yes, there we go. They are the parents of the Oxford High School shooter, James. Thank you. James and Jennifer Crumbley. And his trial was like super quick, I thought. Did y'all think so? I think his trial went super quick. Okay, now, Annie, I know that they finished the Apple River stabbing trial finished, and he is guilty on all charges. What I did not see was how long he got. So, Annie, do you have any inkling as to how long Mr. Mew got for those stabbings at Apple River? I know you were watching that one. Really, I did not catch that. Thank you, Sharon. I will check that. Huh. In Dallas. I don't watch a lot of the news. And I was with Dad for most of the day, and then I was catching up on my notes. So I actually did not catch much news because the Chad Daybell trial was not on today. So I really was not on looking at the news much. I will have to look at that. Hi, Kat. Good to see you. It's okay. You didn't miss a whole lot. I'm just doing updates right now. So you did not miss much as far as the book is concerned. Hi, Nisi. Come on in. Yes, come on in, Kat. Nisi. It's okay. Y'all are okay. We're still doing updates here right at the front. And also, okay, y'all. Yes, it is a hard one. That is a really hard one to see and to watch that. OJ's dead. OJ Simpson has died from prostate cancer. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. If you don't want to hear it, plug your ears. I hope that dick fell off, is all I can say. OJ is dead. That's what I got to say about that. Karma's a bitch, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Karma is definitely, I cannot help it. But I had to bring it up because, you guys, the first thing I think I ever watched on court TV was the O.J. Simpson trial. My finding out about true crime and getting, Nancy Grace, all the things would be O.J. Okay, you don't know how long he got. Oh, yeah, that's what happens with me. I can't. I know. None of us are shedding any tears. Exactly. That was a big, that's what, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a very big case. And that is the final chapter. We're going to talk about chapters here again in a minute. No sentencing yet. That's why I did not see it. Okay, thank you. It does feel like the end of the era. It sure does. It really does, doesn't it? I saw that today and I was like, whoa. It's like, exactly, the end of an era. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next thing. How many of you are paying attention to the Karen Reed case? Karen Reed is accused of killing her boyfriend, who was a cop. So that one is going to start next week. But y'all, there's been a lot of controversy, and I am not up to speed on all of the ins and outs of that one. I just know that it has taken, it's like Cornholer and Daybell and all of these that are taking forever to get them, Dumbbell, trying to get them all to court is taking forever. And we got to come up with she's a Karen. Sorry. We got to come up with something for that one. But getting her to court has been like pulling teeth. That much I do know. So we'll see how that goes. Now today there was supposed to be a status hearing today on Sarah Boone. I do not know if it actually happened. Oh, thank you, Laura. I'm so glad you got one. That is so cool. That is just so cool. I know it. One of those iconic things, wasn't it? Yes, it has been very soap opera storyline on the Karen Reed thing. It really has. And then, okay, I don't know who that is, but okay, I don't know the connection. I don't know the connection on that one. There was a hearing today on Sarah Boone, but I did not get to see it. She is on her 9th lawyer. Good God, y'all. Are we going to ever get there? I don't know. Every lawyer she's ever had has said it would be better if she just would represent herself. So I don't know. We'll have to look and see what happened on that one. I just know there was supposed to be a hearing. I didn't want to say anything and look it up because I thought, it may not even happen. Knowing Sarah Boone, might not even happen. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my notes on Chad. Oh, she's a regular nightmare. She really is. Oh my God. Chad Daybell's trial started. They did get a jury seated Monday, and it has started. Now let me go back to my notes for that one. And here's what I want to say right up front about the Chad Daybell thing. To me, it does not matter if Chad takes the stand. I don't think it matters one bit. I don't think it would help him. I don't think it would hurt him. I don't think it matters one bit, and I don't think he's going to. I also don't think that Lori is going to be there. Don't think that's happening either. I think that's just hype for getting more interest because, quite frankly, not as many people give a shit about Chad as they did about Lori. It just doesn't look like it. That's what I'm seeing. He was in bed when Tammy died of asphyxiation with bruises on her shoulders where she had been held down. He helped bury the kids in his own backyard. I believe, now I'm not 100% positive, but I believe he was at Lori's when Alex came back and JJ died that night. And I had this feeling, this weird feeling that it might have been he was at least present when Tylee was stabbed. He was on the phone exonerating Alex for his role, knowing that Alex was going to take poison that probably was also given to Tammy. He pretended not to even know who Lori was, that he didn't have her phone number and all of those things. And he tried to get away with all this stuff and play stupid. And he's been trying to play stupid ever since. That is my take. He's guilty as hell on all of it. And I'm pissed off because I don't think we're going to find out, even with this trial, what happened to these kids. I don't think we're going to find out. Laura didn't tell us. She played some stupid mind fuck game when she was giving her little speech at her trial. And Chad's just going to sit there and act stupid. We are not going to find out what happened to these kids. All we can do is hope everybody gets what they deserve. So there's my little spiel. Okay. So where's my notes? What I do know is it is being televised, but it's being, because we didn't have that with Lori. It is being televised by the court. The sound sucks. I wanted to watch it on East Idaho News, and I'm sorry, Nate, but I'm having to watch it on Law and Crime because they're at least using closed captioning. It is held in Boise, and so far, none of Chad's family has been present for this. None of it. So I don't know what that means. I know that the children have been subpoenaed. So we shall see. Larry and Kay Woodcock are there. The death penalty is on the table. He is being charged with 3 counts of murder in the first degree, which gives him, which means he is eligible for the death penalty. 3 counts of conspiracy to commit murder. There's these fraud charges, which are grand theft by deception and insurance fraud on Tammy. Yes, I did get a new necklace. I'm glad you noticed. I'll show y'all. What I did, I don't know if y'all remember when I got this, is I made a necklace out of it. I had 2, I broke one. So I said, okay, they're not going to be earrings, it's going to be a necklace. And it's big enough to be a necklace. So, yep. Yes. I know. Don't let me forget, Sharon, to talk about that too. So the victims are Tammy Daybell, his wife, Tylee Ryan, JJ Vallow, and the co-defendants, and I'm still not understanding how this works, but Lori Daybell is a co-defendant. Don't forget that. She's already been convicted, but she's still a co-defendant by this conspiracy stuff. And Alex Cox, who's dead, and other unnamed co-conspirators. They have kept that in there when they read the stuff. Whoever those co-conspirators are, so far, nobody has called them to court for it. I feel like they're using them as witnesses instead. So they're saying that he killed, assisted in killing, and or instructed someone else to kill, that it is premeditated, and again, that there are other co-conspirators. And just a little synopsis of what came out in the prosecution's opening, which was, again, same as Lori's, sex, power, and money. And then he laid it out by book. He says, well, chapter 1, Chad Daybell is an ordinary man and a writer and a gravedigger. I love that. He said sextant, but it means gravedigger. I truly love that. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. His kids do think he's innocent. I know. I hate it too. I hate it too. Absolutely. I will say, you guys, at the end of the day, Nate is doing a fantastic job. So go over to Courtroom Insider with Nate Eaton on East Idaho News. He does enlarge it for you and makes the sound just a little bit better. And then he says that they had 5 children, with Tammy being a librarian. So we got gravedigger, librarian. Chapter 2, Lori was a homemaker from Arizona. Nothing special, right? Mother to Tylee and JJ. And he says the next chapter is the one that started everything, and that is where Lori and Chad met. And that was the catapult for everything. They began this affair with these text messages. Y'all don't forget the loin fire. Has anybody, please? The loin fire, we can't forget that. I think it's gone cold. I really do. They had this alternate reality. So he did bring this out because, you know, that had to be, and has to be for this jury as well, going to be another really big shocker when they hear all this crap about all this alternate reality stuff. We talked about that with Lori's trial. That Chad thought Lori was this goddess and she was this beautiful woman and all this. So we're throwing Lori under the bus, and Alex helped her do it. That's really the gist of how that went. Yeah. So that's where we were at. And then they had, and it was just, that first day with Hermosillo and him talking about how they found them and all those things. Do you not remember? Tell me you don't remember, Lori. Loin fire. Oh my gosh, tell me you missed that. Yes, a sexton. Yes. Gravedigger. Yes. Oh, yes, it was the whole thing with the loin fire. Oh my God. I think it's cold. Okay, now we're going to Lost Girls. Oh, before I do, Dylan Round's remains were found up in near Lucin, but up in a corner of that county close to the Nevada border, and that's all we know. And the killer made a deal with everyone to tell them where he was, and they have recovered him, and they have positively identified him as being Dylan Rounds. So now Dylan Rounds can now be laid to rest, and his mother can now have that chapter of this journey done. And I hate that they had to make some sort of a deal. There will not be a trial. And right now I can't remember his name. We don't have to say it if we don't want to, but I know, Lori, it does sound like a UTI. Sounds a little bit like something you need an antibiotic for, doesn't it? Brenner. Let's just leave it at that, Brenner. They do have evidence of Brenner washing the blood from his hands on Dylan Round's phone. So I do not believe there was any way he was going to get out of this. He just was being an asshole, and he didn't want to tell him anything. And I think he was holding out. I think they did not want to give him anything. They just wanted him to tell them. And I think somebody something happened, and it's now it's been resolved. But there won't be a trial for Dylan. No trial. But at least we'll have to wait. I know there's not been any sentencing or anything, but he did make a deal. So maybe there will be a hearing. Well, there will be a sentencing for him. Now, there's been various things that have been said as far as what the motive was, Joan. I believe that he felt put out by Dylan because that he had a trailer there and he wanted that property, and he was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. He has a record of other things, weapons charges, and possibly some other stuff that I don't know. And they think that it was all a jealousy thing. Jealousy. So he was jealous. He wanted that property to himself, and he decided he didn't like Dylan, and he got rid of him. And they're out there in the middle of nowhere, and he just did it. That was it. Hey, Nancy Mac, good to see you. But I believe, because yep. Was there something said about getting woken up by Dylan or something that because of tractor and all that kind of stuff? That could be because he was like a drinker and just, going out, and there was quite a bit of that. She is one of the strongest people I think that I have ever heard interviewed anywhere is Dylan's mom. Just quite a trooper as far as having to deal with the public. She's done it with extreme grace, for sure. And continues to be an advocate. Okay, I didn't want to forget to say there was just a lot, y'all. It is 45 minutes in, and I have not even started with this. However, I am going to tell you that these notes are going to go pretty quick as far as the 6 through 12, because as interesting as like loin fire is, there was a lot of sex talk in these chapters too. Just saying. The girls through this writer, we get a perspective of the girls and what they were feeling, their transition into the situations that they got themselves into, and how they went from what they were doing to doing things with Craigslist. And then we get, we talked last time about Megan. Megan was the last one that we talked about when we left last time, and how she went to the roller skating rink and she got in trouble and all of those things. Well, I would too, because it kind of does a little bit of a jump there, Laura. It does. So it's okay. Read the whole thing if you want to. Shad, good to see you. How are you, my friend? Haven't seen you in a long time. I'm so glad you're here. I already went through what my necklace was. I got a new one. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. But these are just some rough notes that I took and some observations that I had. Melissa one of the things I found interesting with Melissa was that she was actually a street worker. You know, some of the other girls, they had apartments and other situations, you know, it and but and Melissa had an apartment with a friend of hers, and this friend of hers, y'all, this was a really hard name. I think her name is Encristia. I'm gonna go with Encristia. I have no idea how that's spelled or if I'm even saying it right, but that's as close as I can get to her friend's name. They did have an apartment with their boyfriends who were also their pimps. But Melissa and Christia worked the street a lot. And they actually talked about, okay, Shad, I hope you can stay. Hi, Glow. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Hope you can stay, Shad. They talked about what it was like to be on the street and what the life on the street, like the comings and goings of people, and how it was kind of laid out, and some of the rules of street people as compared to those who were working for the escort services. So there was a lot of comparison with that in here, and I found some of that very, very fascinating. Okay. But there was an awful lot of talk about what the girls would and would not do, and then into what they decided in the end they decided to do because they just wanted to make more money. That doesn't surprise me at all. And then Amber, we have Amber, who was introduced to this business by her sister Kim. Maureen Brainerd Barnes, she had a friend named Sarah, and they had been working at telemarketers. And then when that job left, it was Maureen that started it all, saying, you know, we could make some money. I saw this. She started by putting her, oh, that is going to curl on me like crazy. Look at that. It's curling. Can y'all see? I did not do enough stitches there. Where did I mess up? Was it here? Maybe it'll lay down. Like strawberry short. It's Neapolitan. Maureen went by the name Marie. Shannon went by the name Angelina. She had several names, but she went by Angelina a lot. Her boyfriend Alex drove for the escort service, and that's where he met Shannon. There was a lot of bar hopping, and the girls tended to find some of their clients at the bar. They would coax them into going with them and then paying them. And there was also a lot of drugs going on. And there was, not only was there drugs going on where the girls were taking them, the girls wound up getting habits because the guys that were pushing them out to everybody were on the drugs, and they wound up taking the drugs with the clients because the clients were taking them. And Amber wound up going from actually taking care of rent and all of those things to just trying to supply her own habit. So she got in really deep when it came to drugs. That may be what it is. Yeah, that may be what it is. It is hard. It is hard. Mainly he's talking, though, about the Gilgo 4 in the book so far. And one of the things that really that occurred to me when I was listening to all of this was, if they were going to these places and all this stuff was going on, here's what I'm wondering. How is it that these girls never met each other? Anybody wonder that? You know, they were all, we know that they had at least some at one of the same client because he killed them all. So they had to have had some of the same clients. And they don't talk about, but of course, you know, the girls aren't here to tell us everything either. So there's that. But I really got to wondering if any of them ever knew each other, or at least saw each other, met each other at any point. You know? And that no one knows. Hi, Patricia. How are you tonight? Yeah, I think we just don't know that. That's what I think. But I really got to wondering about that. You know, it makes me wonder the circles that they might have been traveling in. Now, this was a new fact that came up after listening to a lot of things. This is something that I did not know, and I heard it again when I was reviewing my notes for this. Melissa talked about making some calls with someone named Chrissy. Chrissy was a escort who was a cross-dresser. Is it possible we found a link somewhere with that to the Asian male that was found on Gilgo Beach? There has to be a link with that. I haven't heard it anywhere yet with anything I've listened to, but that struck me as odd. Now, in these next chapters, we get a lot of background on the men in their lives. Okay? Oh, Lillian, congratulations. You became a member. That is awesome. Okay, let me play something for her, and I will be right back to that. Okay, Joan? Hold on just a minute. I want to play the member deal. Hello, Vanessa. Glad you made it. There is no late. You are just here. A person comes in when they are meant to come in. You're welcome, and thank you. Thank you, Lillian. So yes, we did see how they were stretched out along the beach. But it's only so many miles, Joan. It's really like where Shannon was found was within 3 miles of all of the other bodies. And they were all fairly working fairly close in that area. Yes. And we're going to talk about Rex Huerman here when it comes to, oh, Nisi. Oh, thank you. That's 3 times tonight. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all are too good to me. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. How to become a member? I'm going to, I think it's join is my prompt. I don't even know what my prompt is. Let me see if that's right. Maybe. Thank you, Nisi. That is so nice of you. That might not be it because it's not coming up. But I'm going to play it again, though. I thought I had a command for it, but I don't. Evidently, I don't know my own commands. Let me look again and see if I can find it. I'm looking, y'all. Of course, I have to sign into that too because, you know, I haven't signed into that since I had to. Oh, Lordy. Trying to sign in. Yes. Okay, commands, custom. Yep, I signed into the wrong one. It's going to be in your head all night. Do you want me to play the lurkers one real quick? I can play the lurkers one to get rid of it. Hold on. Is that better? I'm almost there, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, now, commands. Hi. I'm looking for it. I may not have one. Well, welcome back, Annie. Maybe this is it. I hope that's it. Bon, Jessica, Kiwi, Maria, and Julia, congratulations to you. Thank you, Bree. See, it doesn't tell me that on this end on the StreamYard. What I get on StreamYard is not the same as is not completely of the same as what comes up for you all. So I do it back here all the time. I do that. Mateo. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, that is it. There you go. That is the link for the memberships. Oh, thank you all so very much. What a great Friday night. That is awesome of you all. I'm almost done, y'all, with my notes. And then we can just do like general. She said, Andy says she wiggles. See, if I wiggle that, everything wiggles. I got to have some coffee. My coffee's behind my notes. So we start to get a lot of background on the boyfriends associated with all of these girls. Megan's boyfriend's name goes like he's got like at least a dozen, but he goes by Vibe. He was selling cocaine. He would beat up on her, but she'd always go back with him because he was supposed to be protecting her, even though he wasn't. But when she disappeared, they thought it was his fault. However, he was in jail. Kim's boyfriend, Dave, they were supposed to get married. Amber wanted them. Now, Kim is Amber's sister, and she really kind of got her into the business. And Dave really saw Amber as like a little sister. He was always looking out for her. He considered her his little sister, and he helped bring her to the area and get her into, she was in rehab. And that's how she got into that area. These girls wound up in the New York City area from other places. They weren't all from that area. This was back to the question earlier. They all have a different story as to kind of how they wound up there, but thinking they would make money and not in the escort service, thinking they would make money as a hairdresser, as a singer, as a model, as young girls with ideas and dreams would have going to the New York area, and all wound up doing escort service. And some of them wound up doing it because of their boyfriends. I want to say one of the documentaries, Dave says, I want to say it's Dave that says that he saw the car that came and got Amber when she left. And that was part of the information that helped to arrest Rex Huberman. And I don't have all the notes from 12 to 13, so we will probably have to revisit 12 when we go forward. But I want now to see what you guys your thoughts are with the arrest of Huberman and all of this information about the girls. Because we're looking at girls that left escort services or partnerships with people and went out on their own, posted on Craigslist. Huberman met all of them on Craigslist. They have all of his data from his phone. They have connected him to all four of these girls. They're called Gilgo 4. It's Maureen Brainerd Barnes. It's Melissa Bartholomew. It's Amber Barnes and Megan Waterman. Those are the Gilgo 4. Those are the 4 girls that were wrapped up and put on the side of the road, wrapped in the, what you call it? What do you call it? Burlap. In the burlap. Now, at one time, I promised y'all that I was going to play something for you. So let me see if I can find this interview. Burlap. Thank you. Let me see if I can find that interview. I don't know if I can play it or not. That's the only thing. Whether I don't want to get in trouble for playing it, but let me see if I can find it. Did I look that up before? Share the link. Yeah. If I can find it. I don't know if it was taken down. I want to say I had trouble finding it before. I did hook up some speakers so that you guys can hear this better. Hold on a minute. This is from CBS, so maybe I won't get in trouble for this one. If I get in trouble with it, what winds up happening is then when it gets posted, I will just have to take it out, and it'll just get snipped out and you won't see it. So if you're watching this on replay and it's not there, that's probably what happened. Whoop. Welcome, Donna. Okay. So you could not hear it? You really could not hear it? I hooked up some new speakers for it. Okay, you read the captions. Well, that's interesting. You did it, Donna. Awesome. That's cool. I'm still working with these. I have new speakers to where I can hear my computer better. So evidently, when I play it for you guys, since I'm not using the computer to play that sound for you, you're not hearing it. I get it. but I don't know how to fix it. I'll work on it. Mr. Fiber and I are going to work on my setup a little bit here this weekend. So, hey, Dawn. Oh, I'm so glad you came in. Thank you for being here. How are you tonight? Yeah, it was okay. But I wanted y'all to hear his voice. Let's do this. Has anyone heard his voice yet? I've unhooked that. Sharon's heard him. Okay. Hi, Georgia. Welcome to the memberships. Yeah. You were gifted a membership while you were out. So glad you are here. It is very weird. Let me try again, though. Out of curiosity, I want to mess with it. So what are some of you guys' other observations, though, about Rex? I'm going to try to, I'm going to go forward to that spot. Hold on. Now let's try it again, okay? We're going to try this again. Y'all tell me if you hear it. Okay. Still no sound. Okay, hold on. I'm working on it. Try it now. I don't have. I don't have any other choices. Well, let me check that. I could just stop and then try again, right? I could just do it again and see if it. Also share my system audio. Dang, girl. Her so smart.
I think it's taught me more about how to understand people.
Really what stood out is his attention to details. He was very knowledgeable, very detail-oriented.
Amira told us Huerman had a distinct physical presence.
Intimidating, no. Imposing, yes, very, very imposing. He is a head above me, a very large person. I still remember his handshake when we met. Very strong.
Wow.
A very strong handshake. It was like you were shaking like a very thick piece of marble. That's how strong his hand was.
CBS 2 was outside Huerman's office at 36th and 5th as authorities carried out at least 4 computers. And now the investigation continues.
The human nature is fascinating because you never know who you have in front of you.
Thank you, Nisi. Woo, woo, rock star. Look at you. Oh, that was awesome. I don't know why that I never saw that, but I absolutely never saw that down there in the deal on the StreamYard thing. Never saw it. First time I've ever seen that. That is wild. But thank you so much. So, okay. Final thoughts for today. Does anybody have any final thoughts for what we covered today?
It's very...
Now I'm going to have to try it with the speaker. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you were... For letting you, girlfriend, thank you for being in. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you. I'm trying to decide on a day for our members live. Still working on that. I usually do it towards the end of the month, and we're going to do cake and jam session. Hola, Maritza. How are you tonight? I did see your video. You got some cool, just send me those little earrings, the teal ones. Beautiful stuff that you found. Some real good stuff. It is hard to keep track of the people, but I think I've watched so much with the different documentaries and stuff. Lori, have you watched the Lost Girls documentary on Netflix yet? Because that will help. Now, according to the 48 hours special, they are saying that authorities are talking about cases in other places also. So I'm still waiting to see about that part. Yeah, I would suggest watching the Netflix documentary for sure. Now, on our last one, I didn't put them down here below, but on our last Friday, I put a list of the documentaries in the notes below. So they are thinking there were some more things. They are. Now, something that I did not realize today is that Rex Huerman's wife, Asa, is battling breast cancer and something else. Plus, she doesn't have the income. I don't know if y'all know this, but the daughter of the Happy Face killer put together a GoFundMe or something for her to help raise money for her. The daughter, Rex Huerman's daughter, was working at his firm. Now, Rex Huerman, okay, thank you. Time for medicine, y'all. Oh, and I think we missed the green toy. Gotta go do the green toy. Unless that's what he was doing a minute ago. Yeah, there's something on Freebie. Good night, Nisi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help tonight. That was awesome. No, I think that everyone feels like he started before and then he refined what he was looking for and the way of disposing of them. And of course, he would have to as he got older, you know, because the earlier ones were dismembered and disposed of that way. So he would have had to have changed how he did things based on getting older also. So I think there was some of that also. But anyway, okay. Anything else? Yep. I'm going to have to go look. He has disappeared now. So he's probably either they're doing it now or he's gone out to go to the bathroom. So it's time to go do the green toy for Serbs. Okay. That's all I got for now. I gave my life updates and stuff in my video if you haven't had a chance to watch it. And what else? Yeah, so Rex Huberman, basically he was working as it's like a contractor kind of guy, a builder contractor guy in Manhattan. And he had burner phones that he was contacting these girls with. He's been doing it for years. And they caught him based on the fact that he had a first generation Escalade that a witness saw. And I think it was the one I told you about earlier. Married, 2 nearly grown children. Yeah, like an architect. Yeah. And good night, Lorna. Good night, anyone who's leaving. Have a good night. Yes. So we are going to talk some more about him. I ran out of time because we had a whole lot of updates. But I need to get out of this chair and walk around because of my back and my foot and all of the things. You guys, what a great night. Thank you all so much for being here. So, yeah, great night. Love y'all. Have a great night. Have fun today. Try to have some fun. I'm going to go back to sweater knitting. I will finish this washcloth and then we will do the double crochet washcloth on the next one. Okay? Yes, thank you so much. Y'all take care. Dawn, are you going on tonight? I know you were on Wednesday night. Is there anybody else on? Is Dawn Aaron still on? If she is, I did do a redirect over to her place. So I don't know who else might be on, but thank y'all. And I love y'all. Take care. Okay. I don't know when to leave my own stuff. Jill, just go ahead. It's okay. Bye, everybody.